Hello everybody, this is Frankie Day here. Okay, this is Live Action Monday on the conclusion of the Nieuport by Gwillows. As you can see over here next to me, it's pretty well built up, it's done. I've got the only thing I'll do on it next on it is add the rigging and build the motor unit itself and the cowling, have that removable and everything. But right now, I'm going to let it dry. We're going to go ahead and finish up the decals on this thing. That's all it's left to do tonight. I'm going to call it a wrap. We'll get those on. And here she is. Yeah, she's pretty well. This thing is, the wings are pretty straight, this thing, guys. They really are. This thing got to fly pretty good. I took it outside for a little wind shuttle test out there. Boy, the thing wants to fly out. I almost flew it out of my hand. Because you get a little windy out here in Tennessee, out in the hills out here. And so I'm gonna let that thing dry and stew down for about a couple of good days, and I'll resume back on the engine unit itself. It's all vacuum formed, and I got the cowling cut out and everything. I gotta make little attachment blocks on there where I can run a straight pin there to lock the cowling in there when I wind the motor up. I weigh the airplane right now. It weighs 46 grams, a little heavy, but with 7 loops of rubber, this thing got to hunt for heaven with no problem. And the dehydro is really good on this thing. Normally the dehydro on a Nieuport is like this, but for free flight you got to have dehydro in there. Makes it fly very good, just like a vulture. That's why vultures fly so good. They got the dehydro in their wings. They can stay aloft forever. These can't. All the time they stay up forever, it's a thermal. Yeah, let me tell you about the thermal thing. I started to tell a story about about one of my adventures of almost losing my airplane in the aloes of the thermos. About 36 years ago, 37 years ago to be exact. And Jacksboro, Tennessee, East Tennessee is only about 50 miles, about 60 miles north from here. And out there, same hills out there like it is out here in this area. And my Uncle Joe next door, my mom and dad's house, they had a double wide house put on the land out there where they worked it when they were kids. And the hills go down like this, down below. It's almost like a gradual drop. When you throw something, when you fly your planes, it's like a launch. It's almost like a vulture would do, or a condor would do. That's why condors and big vultures like that need high elevations to roost in. That way, it takes great effort for them to get off the ground with their wings and search for the thermals. It takes a lot of it out of them. When they're on cliffs like that, they can just walk off and jump off and fly. Well, this is the same results on these things on a little hillside going down. I bought a monocoupe 90A from a company called Easy Built. They're an old company out of Canada. They've been around since 1930s, and some of their stuff is I hate to say this. I don't want to impure on people. They're nice people. Some of the kits they release are junk. And, I mean, real junk, a lot of inaccuracies involved. They got some new stuff down, so it's starting to shape up pretty good. A lot of the old stuff they had is pretty good, too. And that 90A monocoupe was one of them. It was, it looked like a monocoupe. It is a monocoupe. It was a jumbo scale. Had a 40-inch wingspan in it. And, I built it traditionally like I did this right here, box springs and everything, and tissue it off pretty good. Carved me a big old prop, and I put a Nason clutch on it. And I was working the garden that day, so I took the monocoupe with me because I wanted to test fly it. And my father-in-law was really eager to see one of these things fly because he'd never seen a model airplane fly before. And being from the hills of Tennessee, you don't see nothing but hill life, you know. But after I got the garden all worked and everything, cooled down a little bit, when I start to get the sun started going down a little bit, and beautiful out there, I took my plane, gave about 750 turns. with my winder. I believe I was on 3 loops of 3/16 rubber. No, 4 loops of 3/16 rubber. I put 750 turns on it, and it was balanced proportion because I desk glided a few times without using the power. It flew very well. When I go with the prop, it just flew out of my hand, and it starts going up, 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 up. The fallen was looking like wow, that thing is really getting up there. I never seen one of them things fly before. It almost looks like a real airplane in a way. And it caught a thermo. And when it hit that thermo, it was up. It stayed. It wouldn't, and it had wind up there in the thermo. It wouldn't come down. It kept it going. My father looked at me and said, Frank, I think you lost your airplane. I said, I think you're right, Pop. God dang. Well, it was somebody's backyard somewhere. Well, I was all downhearted, true blued and tattooed. I come marching in the house, and my wife goes, my wife Brenda at the time, she goes, what happened? Looked like somebody took your sucker away from you or something. Worse than that, I lost my airplane. You lost your airplane. My father-in-law comes and, oh yeah, that's what he said. He lost it. I watched the whole thing. It's gone. It's got lost up in the atmosphere, my father-in-law said. And about 25 minutes later, we get a phone call. And we had a lawyer. No, it was a mayor. I forget what his name was. You know, what the heck is his name? Dumas. His name was Dumas, and his last name is Hatfield. And he was the mayor, or lawyer. He was the mayor of Campbell County. And his house was probably about a quarter of a mile away from my father-in-law's house. And he got a phone called up, and my mother-in-law answered the phone and said, Frank, it wasn't Dumas, it was Floyd. That was his name. Floyd Hatfield. He was the mayor, like I said, and he called, and he goes, get Frank on the phone. Frank, the mayor wants to talk to you. Sounds like important. I said, what the heck does he want me for? I've done nothing wrong. But that's once he's volunteered for some kind of public service involved. I'll see what's on Floyd's mind. So how's it going there, old buddy? He goes, oh, pretty good, Frank. You missed on an airplane? Oh, yeah, I lost it. Well, it's in my backyard. It landed there about 10 minutes ago. I go, you got to be kidding me. I says, I was out in the backyard watering my plants like I always do. And I seen this thing flying around. I thought it was a big bird. I looked up, and it was a model airplane. And I followed you because you're the only one in Tennessee that I know who's got airplanes that you fly them all the time. It's safe and sound, land perfectly in the backyard. Come and get it. Okay, and halfway there, I told my father-in-law, but I goes, I'll be damned. You got to be kidding me. You want to go along with me, Pop? Dad goes, yeah. He got in my car, went up there, to Boyd's house, and there it was, sitting out in the backyard, sitting just like this. Man, that thing is something. That was the best flying rubber power plane I ever had. I want to tell you something. That thing had to be at least 1,000 feet in the air. At least 1,000 feet. It's just a little dot. And that dot got smaller and smaller until it got out of sight. Once you lose a thermal, they'll come down. But we kept up for a lot longer time with the thermo. The time you hit that thermo, it already lost power. It was just in the air, you know. And the thermal, the wind carried it. So it flew for a great distance. I don't know about this, but this is going to fly pretty good. We'll put about 7 loops of rubber in there. I got about two loops in there now already. So I think I'm going to add about 5 more loops in there. And she'll really fly. And the car will be a nice prop. Anyway, I'll let this thing dry overnight for a couple of days, and I'll start with something else. And that something else could be any of these. I got these from my father. These old Cleveland models. This is the Cleveland Bales GB Sportster. 1931 Thompson Trophy race winner. 17 and 1/8 inch wingspan. This airplane is 80 years old. 80 years old. These were the models I was building when I was a kid growing up. They didn't have no plastic back then. Plastic was just a distant dream. And Edward Packard, the founder of Cleveland Models, had excellent draftsmen who worked for him in this company. Look at the engineering in this, on this model here. That's good engineering. This is old school modeling. This is stuff. I was building models like this when I was 3 years old. 3 years old. All that detail in them. 3 years old. There's a finished model of it right there. The kit's pristine. Very pristine. 85 years old. My dad bought these when he was a young man. He bought these right after the First World War. This is 3/4 scale. This is the same scale as this Nieuport is. Again, you pay attention to the quality of detail this thing's got. All that detail. And the finished models, of course. Their models are probably the best in the world at the time. And they probably still are today. Today, they're more or less collector's items. Because they worked for a lot of money. Before my father passed away, he gave them to me. He said, hang on to these things. You build them or hang on to them. I said, they're worth money. And they are. There's another one here. This is just like the one I finished right here. This is a Nieuport 17. The kit is a nice looking carved cowling they give you. This is probably the second model of this, at the Nieuport too. Again, you got to pay attention to the detail this man incorporated this plan. He had the best aviation architectures that it was at the time, and he made these models. These things are designed, you don't put together every day. They're designed to be built, not assembled. Cleveland went out of business probably by 1965. I think his kits, I think he went out of business. Mr. Packer was having, well, the company's been there forever. And a lot of people in this company has passed away. A lot of architects has died. His draftsman has died. And when people die, it affects the business too. So it costs them just not to go out of business. He had a plan service and they were on. You can get his plans. He's still today. His son Donald, I think he's the proprietor of the Cleveland plans. You can get them today. They come with the patterns and everything. All you do is buy the wood. I bought a bunch of wood over here today. I went to Hobby Lobby. My son-in-law took me down there to Hobby Lobby. I got about $100 worth of wood, and I got a bunch of model plans there that I built, that I need to build. I'm thinking about going through there and kind of run through there and set up my plans and build that. build a scratch build one of these. Okay, right now we're going to get the decals done. This Nieuport 17. I'm going to let it sit and dry for about a couple of good days, and let all the glues and everything dry, and all the paints and everything, the stains. Let them dry and cure. Then I'll go ahead and work on the motor and the cowling, and it's going to get nice and warm into this week, and it'll get cold again too. So I won't do any flying till probably around. I figure probably around April or May. Because I want that grass to grow out there a little bit. So I'm just building these. I'm glad I got this thing done, because I started this thing a year ago. And right now, it's no longer in that box no more. It's right here. Okay, we'll switch cameras and we'll take a look at this. Okay. I made a mistake, guys. A very bad mistake. And it's a mistake I can't correct without tearing up the airplane. These cable strut. This back here should have been back here. And these rear cable strut should have been up here. Only one who knows is me and you guys who've got trained eyes. Anything like that's just a Nieuport. I should have watched the plans. Alrighty. Got these big old huge roundels right here. I'm going to cut this roundel out. And soak it in the water. If I don't start throwing stuff before, I'll let that soak in there. That's a step. Yeah, the thing applies pretty good. This one is. No warps in the wings. That's one thing you gotta be very careful, fellas. Don't put no warps in the wings. You can pull them out by heat. Like I say, you get the wing like this, you gotta warp it, push this way till it wrinkles, let it down, hit it with an air blower, it'll be perfect. These puckers will disappear. That's what I like about the tissue in these Gribble kits. They're they nothing compared to Sterling or anybody else's they use. So I think I'm gonna get online and see if I can be able to find some good silk span tissue. I know there's some out there. There. Okay. Always add heat to it. It shrinks up real quickly too. Put that in there. Get some of this Walters right here. Decal solid there on a decal. Walters on here. Yeah. Yeah, the finish came out pretty good. You gotta work slow. When you work slow, it comes out good all the time. I don't like the tissue that Gribbles gives you. It's too thin. And it's hard to get those puckers out sometimes. You can do like I did about a couple of seconds ago. I add the heat gun to it a little bit. That's one thing I like about dope, butyrate dope. You can control the shrinkage on butyrate dope by adding it with by adding a little more nitrate dope. See, nitrate dope won't shrink, but butyrate will. So it's got to be 50-50 dope. 50% butyrate and 50% nitrate. Mix it together, and you won't get that much. You get shrinkage, but it ain't gonna be great shrinkage. Butyrate dope, it just keeps shrinking all the time. And what that butyrate dope does the most is heat, especially in the summertime. If your house gets hot, that butyrate dope loves heat. You watch your fuselage turn to a pretzel, and all those wing spars are up breaking and cracking with all kinds of holes. Okay, go over here, get this one here. Yeah. Add some of this Walther solution. Yeah. Those decals give you a go look at it very thick, but they don't stick too good on tissue sometimes. Once it's really glossed up. Okay. And I got this little thing here. Step. I'm debating put the gun up here, put the Lewis gun I have up here. That's too much weight. We'll see how it flies. If it flies very good, I'll go ahead and add Lewis gun on it. add some details on here. I got to put the sponsons on top of these ribs here where they hook up to. Oh boy. Yeah. Yeah. I got these wheels on here. I think I'll rummage my plan box over there and find out what kind of airplane I want to work on. I was thinking about working on that Cessna Airmaster. It's an Al Lindbergh design. Yeah, good, good. Good, good. Yeah, decals are conforming really good. Okay, see what I do here. Yeah, last one. You look at real World War aircraft; they got little puckers in the on the dope too on their airframes. Not much. That's pretty tight all around. Okay, guys. One thing about balsa airplanes, guys, you got to be very careful in handling these things. Your hands will go right through the covering. You're not going to like that. So the best way to grab these things is always grab from leading edge and trailing edge. Or you can grab by the struts. These landing gear struts have been reinforced with metal. So I don't have to worry about these things going nowhere. Well, okay, gang. Can we build this Nieuport? Yes, we can. This thing is a full bloom flower. All I gotta do is just add the motor to it, detail it up. I'm gonna make the little key system. I'm gonna go ahead and mark me out a little key. One right there. I put a key back there, just twist it that way that motor won't come off. I gotta add about 5 more loops of rubber. That's no problem. I gotta bring in some more rubber. 2 loops may pull this, but I don't know. But the prop they gave me the kid is very undersized. I like to have about a good prop like that. Now that thing will be perfect. Grills used to give you nice propellers. Now they give you junk. But I can say one thing, their kits are a lot more better now than they ever have been before. Okay, we'll walk around with the Nieuport. These puckers will come out. You wet them real good. A little saliva. Don't get no heat on that rounder right there. It'll blister up on you. Coming out already. See? There's one of the wrinkles. I got that wrinkle and kicking the wrinkles out. Perfect. Little trick they can show you. Okay. Got a loose spot there. Get that pucker out of there. Oh yeah. These things are very fragile. You gotta be careful how you handle them. As long as you handle them like the way I'm handling this right here, they'll never break. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and put this away, let it dry a little while, a couple days. Clean my workstation. I got the new cutting mat I'll put across here. And break out some model plans and probably start a new video tomorrow on it. What I'm going to build tonight, we'll get prepared for, I don't have a clue. But so far, one of these Cleveland models would be a good candidate for me. Okay, we'll go ahead and clear all these tools off the inside things. Oh yeah. A light sand on the trailing edge. This time you can use something like this, your hands, instead of using a filing board. It just sands it down a little bit. All you do is sanding off the edges where you wrap around with the glue stick on your covering. Comes up real nice. Just do the little feathers in too. Yeah, I took out that pucker out of that rib. Looked pretty good. There you go. Alrighty, gang. Let it dry. When it dries a couple of days, when it's wrinkling now because I got that solution on there. Using this, I'm gonna mark out my control surfaces like I did right here. Use a straight edge for that. Use a Sharpie pencil. But don't do it now because I already got these things wet now. I got the decals there, I got that solution on there. Let it do its job. When it dries a couple, when it's all dry, I go ahead and lastly I'll go ahead and mark my control markings in. I'll probably do a little detailed work on it. Then when it starts getting nice outside, the grass starts to grow a little higher than what it is. Give it a good test light, right? See how she does. And boy, we're going to make some videos of this thing. Okay, we're going to change cameras right now. Here it is, fellas. Different camera, different angle. Got a little bit of warp right there. Like I say, maybe get a warp. Do this. Add a little water. Turn a whole blowhard. Press down. Wow. Dry already. Beautiful. Check it out. Like I say, you got a warp on it, a wing like that. Wet it first. Twist that warp out to the straight. Take a heat gun to it. Perfect. These wings got to be perfect. I got a little sandy right here. I must have left off. Right over here. See, sometimes you got a little bit of this tissue that overlapped that hasn't stuck. That can be sanded out just like this. Perfect. These things are a different animal compared to plastic. I built these things to fly. This will fly. Okay, fellas. Alrighty, that's about it for tonight. That's about the conclusion of Monday Night Live with Frankie Day and his Nieuport. The conclusion of the build. We'll definitely have it finished in about 2 or 3 days from now. Let it dry, and I'm going to get the motors on it, done and everything, and put my rubber in it. And just wait for it to get nice warm outside and fly it. Okay, guys, I got other adventures to go to show you. So stay posted. I'll have something for you tomorrow. What it's going to be, I don't have a clue, but I'll find out and you'll find out. Okay, make mama happy. Take care of little ones. Stay focused when you drive. Say your prayers. And take care of yourself. And God love you all. Thank you for all my new subscribers and all my old subscribers and all the viewers on Facebook. I love you guys very much. And thank you very much for viewing my videos. And like I say, Facebook's about the only platform I got to upload these things. Well, so be it. So be it. Okay, I'm out of here. We'll catch you next video, guys. God bless you all, and we'll see you later.